Hi and welcome to my channel. So I've got good news today because the Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK has again announced some changes today. So as you know, there was a consultation in 2022 about changes to English language requirements for overseas nurses, midwives, nursing associates that want to work in the UK. But the NMC has had technical issues implementing all of those changes. So initially, none of the changes could be implemented. Then in February, they implemented a few changes. Last month, few changes were implemented again. So today, they've implemented even more changes. And this means that obviously you can work in the UK without necessarily needing IELTS or OET. But if you've written IELTS or OET, there are also other pathways that have now been implemented as well. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So that's, Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I do appreciate your time and I hope you are implementing all of this. And if you're watching this, I want you to leave a comment in the comment section below. Are you a nurse? Are you a midwife? Are you a nursing associate? Where did you train? Which country? Are you working in the UK right now? Are you planning to move to the UK? Do you have any challenge? If you do, what is the challenge that you have? Because look, a problem shared is a problem solved. If you discuss that, there may be other people as well who've gone through the experience you're going through and who may help you to give their own ideas. Who knows? But if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you do want to hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification button so that you're the first to be notified every single time when I drop a new video on here. Also, I do have a free newsletter where I send information about all updates in the UK when it comes to, things like the Nursing and Midwifery Council, changes, what's happening, career progression opportunities, work from home jobs that you can do from the comfort of your home without even stressing out about visas, I'm going to work, and things like that, as well as side business opportunities that you can do. So if you check the comment section below, I've dropped a link to my newsletter. Once you join, then I send that info directly to your inbox. So you're not relying on a YouTube algorithm to get such vital information for your personal and professional growth and development. Because career progression is something that I'm really incredibly passionate about as an advanced nurse practitioner myself, obviously. I'm very interested in what the NMC is doing, what they're saying, the changes that they're making, and so I'm always here to bring them to you. So what are some of these changes, obviously, that the NMC has said and what has been implemented just now? So by the time you're watching this video, obviously, the NMC would have implemented all of the changes that were agreed during the consultation. And please, I've done lots of videos on this channel about all the changes as they happen. Again, if you are not aware of what these changes are, you can either check out those videos, but if you're keen, you can also go to the NMC website and find out for yourself and go through those documents. They have very long documents, but it is worth it because if you need the information, you need the information because getting NMC registration is something that is career changing and it's life changing for you. So the NMC has indeed said that they will now be accepting references, and they're doing so electronically through the NMC online account, because for you to register in the UK you need to obviously have an NMC online account. So they're now accepting registration for nurses, midwives that wrote out or OET and were missing out by just 0.5 or missing OET by half a mark, which means that if you write out and you miss the required score by 0.5, or you write OET and you're missing excuse me, and you're missing the required score by just half a mark, the NMC would accept you onto the register with additional evidence. As you know, nothing is always coming clean and plain. So if you're watching this and you're wondering who I am, my name's Melvis. I currently work as an advanced nurse practitioner here in the UK. So I'm a very senior nurse here in England. I started my journey working as a carer in a nursing home, completely fell in love with nursing, studied nursing as an international student, and now I work, I'm a very senior nurse, like I've said. I specialize in surgery. I've previously worked in district nursing. I worked in hematology. I've worked in all different sorts of places, A&E, general surgery, management. And I have a private career coaching program where I support nurses, carers, students, student nurses, people that want to get into nursing, clinical, non-clinical healthcare jobs. You're looking for visa sponsorship opportunities in the UK. If you're watching this right now, you're from a red list country, you're trying to get a job in the UK, I can support you with that journey, and just make it a little bit lighter by giving you that guidance. Also, if you're a carer, you're wanting to go through these pathways and you're struggling to get your NMC PIN number, I can support you with that process because I've got a private coaching program and I've got people in that program that are already going through the different processes. So again, it's about having that supportive community. If you're trying to do it alone, it can be very hard, it can be very tough. We have weekly live sessions where we go through this information, in what information do you need, because there's quite a lot of information that the NMC needs if you're using any of these pathways that don't require the required grades for IELTS or OET. There's a lot of information that is involved, things that you need to present. They want letters and they need to be written in very specific ways. So again, if this is your situation and you're keen to join that program, or you're already in the UK, you're keen on career progression, you're like, hey, Melvis, I want to become a nurse anesthetist, I want to become a nurse endoscopist, I want to become an advanced nurse practitioner, I want to get into specialist nursing, I want to go and work in outpatient, I want to move from a nursing home to the NHS, I want to move from the NHS to work from home, I want to be self-employed. You know what I mean? I can support you with all of that. So if you check the about section of this YouTube channel or the description box below, you see a link to my private coaching program. Once you join, then first we have that one-to-one session to establish who are you, what's going on, and then we establish the best way forward and then work on that week by week to make sure that you get your NMC PIN number. Because there are people in the UK that have been nurses for years, are working in this country, they're eligible to get the NMC PIN number, they're stressing out, they don't know how to get started, and they're struggling. If this is you or you know anybody in this position, could be your loved one, family member, husband, wife, auntie, mom, dad, please share this video with them. Encourage them to get in contact with me so that I can support them with that process, because it is vital to get your NMC PIN. It's going to open endless other opportunities for you that you would not have doing any other job. With all due respect for doing those other jobs, but the truth is, being a nurse is something that is very painful when you've trained as a nurse and you're not able to practice because of IELTS or OET. I know what I'm talking about. So do leave a comment. What's your situation? What's going on with you? And I look forward to meeting up with you in that program so that we can get started with supporting you get that NMC PIN number. So the NMC obviously is implementing that already. Also, another big change that the NMC has implemented just today is the use of employer references for people that trained in English in a non-majority English speaking country. Look, if you're from a particular country, you need to know where your country belongs. Does your country belong to those countries that are exempted from IELTS or OET? Does your country belong to the list of countries that are considered English speaking but not exempted from IELTS or OET? Then there are other countries that, if you're from that country, you can't use that particular pathway. You must write IELTS or OET. There are other countries. Look, there are so many different conditions. You see what I mean? So depending on where you're from, your circumstances are going to be different. It is not the same for everybody, because the NMC is trying to make it more like an individualized process, more like considering the variety of people that they have to get as many nurses as possible to register. But what this means is that the process is not the same for everybody. So you need to know for you specifically, what is it that you need. So the NMC has automated this process. Before now, it was a manual process, which means you had to get those documents and then upload. But the NMC has now automated it through the NMC online account. If you're not familiar with what the other processes are, it may be difficult for you understanding what I'm talking about, but check the NMC website to read more about these changes, and these updates. And also, I've done previous videos about all the changes as they happen. And if you watch those consecutive changes, it makes more sense. If you're part of my private coaching program, we will be going through this during our session on Thursday. So please do make sure that you attend, because we'll be going through all of that in detail and seeing how that can take you to the next step forward so that you get your NMC PIN number with or without IELTS OET, depending obviously on which country you're from, what your personal circumstances are, and all the other requirements that the NMC needs. Like I say, some of the members in my program, it's taken us months just trying to gather those documents and that information that is needed. It's quite a lot, but it is worth it. You know what I mean? It's worth it because what's the alternative? The alternative is to keep writing out OET, failing many times, struggling. Look, out OET is not the best test for English, but that's the situation where we find ourselves. So it is what it is. But I do have a free newsletter, which, like I said previously, if you check the comment section below, you're more than welcome to join, and then I can send info directly to you as and when it becomes available. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you do want to hit subscribe so that you're the first to be notified when I drop a video on here. And please do share this with your network, with your contacts, with your loved ones, family, so that they can benefit from these changes and be able to work as nurses, because this is one of the best ways to move to the UK. As a qualified nurse, you can come with your family. As you know, the student visa route has kind of been shut down now. So you need to make sure that you make hay while the sun shines. And if you need my tailored individualized support, you need a supportive group where you can be a part of and get others to motivate you as well, then you should consider joining my private coaching program, because that's where I will be able to support you with that journey, with that process, so that you can excel, thrive, and be the best that you can be. I look forward, obviously, to seeing you. I need a drink of water. Um, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.